Hi, this is Alan with 4A's Racing Loft. I am out with my birds today on a training toss. Took them about 47 miles away from the house. I'm more now north east of my house. It's more on the race course. So now I'm starting to train them on the race course. They have been here before. They did it in an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm gonna say roughly 41 miles an hour, 42 miles an hour. So they really are starting to come together. I have lost one since our training. I have another one back. It's not doing well. Never recovered from when I had that bad toss. They're starting to fill out and starting to feel better now once we get some miles on them. They were doing that before, but when I kept shutting them down, they would lose that conditioning. So I think it's starting to hold. We'll see how they do today. I think after today's toss, tomorrow I'm probably going to take them 70 miles if I can. Not sure if that's going to work or not, but I'm going to try to do that. And then if I can try to get there a total of 2 to 3 times before our first race, so somewhere between 70 and 78 miles, I'm gonna say probably 70. I don't know if I'm gonna go much farther. The first race is 98 miles for me, so just trying to prepare them, trying to get back on a good routine with feeding them appropriately, watching how much I feed them, how much they're eating, what they're eating, if there's any food left over. I did look at the chest. It's a little darker than I really wanted to, so I need to start lighten up their food. I need to see if I can find a lower protein content food or some barley, which probably would be best. Start trying to get them in a feeding routine of how I'm going to feed them once race season starts. We're 2 weeks out from where we're going to ship. Got the chips put on them, so they do have chips now. I need to put the pads and the clock in. I thought I had a solution with being so far away from the house. I had a portable battery, one of those larger ones that almost looks like a generator. A small handheld generator, but also can be charged by solar power, but it wouldn't hold or wouldn't charge or turn the clock on. It's a Taurus clock. I might need to go out and try to find a USB port that actually has the right connection at the end and see if that'll work. I did use a USB port for my phone and it charged the phone right up, so it's just the connection. Probably that plug is pulling too much watts, or I probably got something that was too small. Probably needed to get one that put out more voltage, but I'm gonna try that. If not, I'm gonna have to come up with something else. I can always use a car battery with the 2 clamps on the end. I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna see if I can get those adapters with the right attachment, if I can find one that has a USB port on it that will actually connect it. They're starting to get a little restless. I found a good release point. Not many wires around them. Actually looking besides those trees, so they should clear it and head that way, which is more southwest of here. Didn't have any problems the last time they've been here, so I'm realizing I'm about to do what I did last time. Let's turn the crate around and face it in the right direction. So hey, I also want to say I appreciate the comments. It actually helps me think about what I'm doing, helps remind me what I should and should not be doing. Hopefully I don't have any more major opportunities to improve things that I am, but I need to get a feeding routine now. I need to get a training once the race season starts. I really probably won't take them down the road I have them marked to what I believe the sex is. Thanks, Ray. Ray helps me with that. So I can start separating them and loft flying them back at home. I believe they fly a lot better when you separate the sexes. So that would be a benefit. Look here where I'm at, I think the weather is 62 degrees. There's a north-northwest wind, so more northerly than westerly for sure. Back at home, it's actually 60 degrees, and the winds are almost due north, coming from the north, heading south, about 8 miles an hour, and here it's north, slightly northwest at 7, so it's actually going to push the birds southeast a little, and then when they get closer back to home, it's going to push them due south. So I think they're going to have to fight a little. I'm just hoping they don't get mixed up or caught up in anyone else's birds. I'm sure there's clubs racing on Saturdays. I'm sure there's a lot more people training now as we get closer to the race season. Let me see what time it is. We're probably getting close to letting them out. Yeah, I'll give them about 2 more minutes and we'll let them out. Hopefully everything goes well. So please keep the comments coming. It gives me good ideas. It helps me to remember what to do, what not to do. Makes me think about if I'm doing the things appropriately. I do believe from that bad toss that knocked the birds down a little, lost one. I think another one got sick and couldn't recover, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, because I don't like keeping birds that the health is not good. I am giving them minerals and essential oils. The protein in the feed I'm feeding them right now is probably around 13% or lighter. I don't want to do that. I haven't really started giving them any fatty food yet. We're not close enough and they're not flying long enough to start giving them the fatty foods. I will say the feathers are starting to get soft. The molt, some are still molting. The nicks look bad. Some of their, the majority of them still are missing some tail feathers. So we need to get through that. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks it will grow out. So I do need the protein to help them to grow out the feathers. But just trying to find that right balance. I don't want the chest to be a deep red, definitely not a purple, because of all the protein they get and that acid built up. So you know what? Let's get ready to go ahead and let them out. See, I don't even know if you can see them. Already heading over the trees or into the trees. That's not good. The other birds are heading, so they're already heading out. They're right over that tree line in between those 2 gaps. I think they are getting together. It's actually the same direction they went last time, which I really needed them to head that way. But if they got back in an hour and 10 minutes, I'm not going to complain. So I appreciate it, everybody. Keep watching. Give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully I can make it back before they do. Be safe.